Redoing NHL offseason moves featuring the Chicago Blackhawks from 2011 to 2018. After the 2011 season, the Blackhawks make two trades. The Chicago Blackhawks trade Brian Campbell, Thomas Kopecky, and Victor Stahlberg to the Florida Panthers for Evgeny Dadonov, Dmitry Kulikov, and a second-round pick in 2011. If Brian Campbell gets more than 50 points, the Panthers get an additional first-round pick in 2012. Troy Brouwer is traded to the St. Louis Blues for a second-round pick in 2011. 2011 draft, pick 18, O.Klefbom, 43, Brandon Saad, pick 46, Joel Edmundson, pick 70, Jordan Binnington, 70, Alan Quine. The Blackhawks don't sign Andrew Brunette, Steve Montador, or Sean O'Donnell in free agency. After the 2012 season, the Chicago Blackhawks make one trade. The Chicago Blackhawks trade Patrick Sharp to the Dallas Stars for Riley Smith, Brendan Dillon, and a second-round pick in 2013. The Blackhawks make it to the second round of the playoffs but lose to the Vancouver Canucks. They end up with the 21st pick in the draft. The Panthers got a first-round pick from the Panthers in the Brian Campbell trade. The Panthers have the 23rd pick in the draft. This pick now belongs to the Blackhawks. 2012 draft. Pick 21, Mark Jankowski. 23, Michael Matheson. Pick 48, J.Korpisalo. Pick 79, Josh Anderson. Evgeny Dadonov still leaves to go to the KHL. Johnny Oduya is re-signed for 3 years at $3.4 million per season. Dmitry Kulikov is re-signed for 2 years at $2.5 million per season. The Blackhawks don't sign Michael Roosevelt or Michael Hansus in free agency. After the 2013 season, the Chicago Blackhawks make a few trades. The Blackhawks trade Brent Seabrook and Michael Froehlich to the Columbus Blue Jackets for David Savard and a first-round pick in 2013. They also trade Dave Bolin and Brian Bickle to the Toronto Maple Leafs for Carl Gunnarsson and a second-round pick in 2013. Carl Gunnarsson and Chris Versteeg are traded to the Philadelphia Flyers for Luke Schenn and a third-round pick in 2013. The Chicago Blackhawks received a first-round pick from the Blue Jackets in the Brent Seabrook trade. The Blue Jackets have the 14th pick in the draft. This pick now belongs to the Blackhawks. 2013 draft. Pick 14, Alexander Wenberg. 30, Ryan Hartman. Pick 40, Robert Hagg. Pick 51, Tyler Bertuzzi. Pick 72, Matthias Janmark. Pick 74, Oliver Bjorkstrand. The Blackhawks don't sign Nikolai Khabibulin in free agency. After the 2014 season, the Blackhawks make two trades. The Chicago Blackhawks trade Corey Crawford to the New York Islanders for Ryan Strome, Calvin DeHaan, and a first-round pick in 2014. Johnny Oduya is traded to the Dallas Stars for a second-round pick in 2015. The Blackhawks received a first-round pick from the Islanders in the Corey Crawford trade. The Islanders have the 28th pick in the draft. This pick now belongs to the Blackhawks. At the 2014 draft, the Chicago Blackhawks make two trades. The Blackhawks acquire Martin Jones from the LA Kings for a first-round pick in 2014. They also trade Dmitry Kulikov to the Buffalo Sabres for a second-round pick in 2015. 2014 draft, pick 20, David Pastrnak. Calvin DeHaan is re-signed to a 3-year deal worth $1.9 million per season. David Savard is re-signed for 2 years at $1.3 million per season. Riley Smith and Brendan Dillon are re-signed to 1-year deals, and Antti Raanta is re-signed for 2 years. The Blackhawks don't match the Sharks' offer sheet for Nicholas Jarmelson. They also don't sign Brad Richards in free agency. After the 2015 season, the Chicago Blackhawks make a few trades. The Blackhawks trade Jonathan Toews to the Ottawa Senators for Mika Zibanejad, Curtis Lazar, as well as first-round picks in 2015 and 2016. They also trade Brandon Saad and Brendan Dillon to the Montreal Canadiens for Lars Eller, Devontae Smith-Pelly, and a first-round pick in 2015. Andrew Shaw is traded to the Carolina Hurricanes for a second-round pick in 2016 and a third-round pick in 2016. The Chicago Blackhawks end up with 2 first-round picks in the 2015 draft. They have picks 18 and 26. At the 2015 draft, the Blackhawks make 2 trades. They trade pick 26 and 51 to the Boston Bruins for pick 14. They also trade pick 18 to the Philadelphia Flyers for pick 24 and a second-round pick in 2016. 2015 draft, pick 14, Kyle Connor. Pick 24, Travis Konechny. 35, Brandon Carlo. Patrick Kane is re-signed to an 8-year deal worth $10.5 million per season. Martin Jones is re-signed for 3 years at $3 million per season. Riley Smith is re-signed for 2 years at $3.4 million per season. Mika Zibanejad is re-signed to a 2-year deal worth $2.6 million per season. After the 2016 season, the Blackhawks make one trade. The Blackhawks trade TVR, Evgeny Dadonov, and a second-round pick in 2016 to the Buffalo Sabres for Sam Reinhart, Evan Rodriguez, and Chad Ruido. The Blackhawks make 2 trades at the 2016 draft. Scott Darling is traded to the Vancouver Canucks for a third-round pick in 2016. They also trade pick 11 to the Detroit Red Wings for pick 20 and 46. 2016 draft, pick 20, Dennis Cholowski. Pick 39, Alex DeBrincat. Pick 47, Carter Hart. 64, Cliff Poole. O.Klefbom is re-signed to a 7-year deal worth $4.1 million per season. David Savard is re-signed for 5 years at $4.25 million per season. Ryan Strome is re-signed for 2 years at $2.5 million per season. Devontae Smith-Pelly is re-signed for 2 years at $1.3 million per season. Antti Raanta is re-signed for 2 years at $1 million per season, and Joel Edmundson is also re-signed for 2 years at $1 million per season. The Blackhawks don't sign Brian Campbell in free agency. After the 2017 season, the Chicago Blackhawks make a few trades. The Blackhawks trade Marcus Kruger and Marian Hossa to the Arizona Coyotes for Anthony DeAngelo. They also trade Riley Smith and Lars Eller to the Vegas Golden Knights for a second-round pick in 2018 and a third-round pick in 2019. Artemi Panarin is traded traded to the Columbus Blue Jackets for a first-round pick in 2017 and a second-round pick in 2018. 2017 draft pick 23, Kyle Yamamoto. 29, Eli Tolvanen. 44, Michael DiPietro. David-Pastrnak is re-signed to an 8-year deal with $6.6 million per season. Zibanejad is re-signed to a 5-year deal at $5.3 million per season. Alexander Wennberg is re-signed to a 6-year deal at $4.9 million per season. J.Korpisalo is re-signed for 2 years. The Blackhawks don't sign Patrick Sharp in free agency. After the 2018 season, the Blackhawks make 2 trades. The Chicago Blackhawks trade Richard Panik and Jan Rutta to the Pittsburgh Penguins for a 3rd-round pick in 2018 and Tom Kuhnhackl. They also trade Jordan Oesterle and Anthony Duclair as well as a 2nd-round pick in 2018 to the Vancouver Canucks for Nikolai Goldobin and a 3rd-round pick in 2018. The Chicago Blackhawks are a much better team in the 2017-2018 season. They make the playoffs but get eliminated in the 2nd round of the playoffs by the Winnipeg Jets. M.Jones is re-signed to a 6-year deal worth $5.75 million per season. D.Keith-B.Carlo is re-signed for 2 years at $1.5 million per season. In free agency, the Blackhawks still sign Brandon Manning, but they don't sign Cam Wood or Chris Kunitz. Before the 2018-2019 season, the Chicago Blackhawks make a few trades. The Chicago Blackhawks trade Michael Matheson to the Toronto Maple Leafs for Nazem Kadri. They also trade Matthias Janmark and Ryan Strome to the Colorado Avalanche for Vladislav Kamenev and a 3rd-round pick in 2019. The Blackhawks also trade Josh Anderson, Travis Konecny, and Antti Raanta to the Arizona Coyotes for Dylan Strome and a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Oliver Bjorkstrand and Joel Munson are traded to the New York Rangers for N.Pionk and a 2nd-round pick in 2020. This is how the lineup looks like before the 2018-2019 season. The first line is Kyle Connor, Zibanejad, and Patrick Kane. The second line is A.Debrincat, Alexander Wennberg, and David Pastrnak. The third line is N.Schmaltz-N.Kadri-S.Reinhart, Kadri, and Sam Reinhart. The fourth line is Ty.Bertuzzi-M.Jankowski and J.Korpisalo. The first D pair is Duncan Keith and Brandon Carlo. Second D pair, O.Klefbom-D.Savard. The third D pair is Brandon Manning and N.Pionk. Extras, Anthony D.Angelo. The goalies are M.Jones and J.Korpisalo. Next, I'll be redoing offseason moves for the Minnesota Wild from 2011 to 2018.